Previously on 2 Up and Overloaded. In order to find a hotel room in the remote stretches of Kalimantan, Indonesia, we ended up riding into the night. We eventually did find a place, and we were super relieved, but it was, what's the right word?
House on the haunted hill type thing.
Yes.
We are in Borneo. This is our second night, so it's kind of a nice hotel. Last night we heard some like really strange noises, like ghostly.
It was like this.
This is our room.
Definitely unique. Good morning, everyone. We have woken up here in, what's the name of this town? Oh, I have no idea.
It's like the third choice. We rode all night.
Yeah, the sun was setting and it turned out that hotel was fully booked. They were having a festival in that town and the only other place in that town was also fully booked. And so we had to go another 40 minutes to find this place. It's been a wonderful place to stay, but it has a couple of really cute quirks. So the doors are very well hinged. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The doors had like 80 hinges in total.
Yes. The bathroom door is well hinged too. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Brought to you by Sesame Street. H is for hinge.
1, 2.
The light switch on the walls didn't turn off like the main lights. Yeah, the light switches don't turn off the main light. There's only 4 light switches.
Yeah, and there's no window, so if
There's
the
no
lights
window.
go out, it's completely black.
It's pitch
in
black,
there.
and when the lights do go out, it's like they go out in this really creepy fashion. As you undo the key card, and then this happens. I went and I asked the guy, I said, how do you turn the lights off? And he said, oh, 1 second. And he ran and he showed us, and Marissa will show you where the light switch is.
And it's behind here. Behind the cabinet. So, yeah, it's a quirky little place.
We were very relieved to be there, but very excited to leave.
But we left that hotel and got on the road, heading farther into Kalimantan, the Indonesian side of Borneo.
So our motorcycle, which we named Dorco, we bought it back in Jakarta from our good friends.
It's a Bajaj Pulsar 220.
Back in its prime, it was a magnificent bike.
Yes.
No longer in its prime, but that's quite all right. But we bought it in Jakarta, in Indonesia, and in Indonesia, you as a foreigner can't have a motorcycle in your name. So when we would butt up to Pontianak and East Malaysia, that border, we'd have to leave Dorco behind.
So the plan was to get to the city of Pontianak, leave our motorcycle there since it couldn't leave the country of Indonesia, then take a bus to Kuching, which is on the Malaysian side, and then in Kuching we would hopefully rent a motorcycle.
Indeed.
That was the plan, at least.
But with Dorco, who knows if it'd make it to the next gas station, let alone to the border.
Exactly.
Hey everyone, nice to have you here. We are Tim
And Marissa, no tear.
I ride in the front,
And I'm in the rear.
we travel the world and we pack too much gear.
Oh, all the places we'll go.
through rain and through sleet and through mud and through snow.
Oh, all the things we'll see.
We've been to a country or 2.
Or 3. Oh, all the fun we've had.
You have you along would make us real glad.
So give us a like and
Hit subscribe to join us along our epic ride. Am I in it? Yes. Bye.
So there was this mechanic shop that was right next to where we were having tea and coffee.
You gotta rough it up, I think.
Our motorcycle also had a broken turn signal ever since Kumai, Indonesia.
Yeah.
So this mechanic there was like, look, I can fix it.
It's just this limp, dead limb on the side of the bike. So he took off the light, he put on a new grommet, he super glued it all together, then he put a little piece of electric tape on it, and I'm not gonna pull on it, but it's on there. I saw everything. Muy fuerte.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. And he changed the turn signal blinker fluid, which I don't know the last time that's been done. But for all of this, manual labor and the parts and everything is dirt cheap there. But it was like $4, if that.
I know.
And so I gave him like 15, the equivalent of 15, because that's well worth it to me.
Yeah.
A little bit for the, gratitude for helping me.
You're so nice.
Oh, come on now. The people are gonna see right through that lie.
I said they were so nice.
Oh, yeah.
You're nice too.
I was trying to be humble, but now it turns out like I'll stop. Just stop. Say more. Enough of me talking about me. You talk about me. Bye, mister. All right.
We headed down the road towards the town of Tajan.
That's pretty though. But that might take me a couple months to climb. Seaweed is very, like on a loan when they just boil seaweed.
Just plain?
Yeah, chewy.
Okay.
Okay. So I figured out what these is for. These aren't for tea because it's always cold. It's to wash your little handsies. And then there's like a little drain thing.
Oh my gosh.
That blew Marissa's mind. It probably didn't blow any of your minds, but I figured that thing out.
We've been seeing these little teapots all around Indonesia, and I'm like, what are they using them for? I couldn't figure it out because hot water, like it's a plastic teapot. It can't possibly boil any hot water. Tim figured it out. Good job, Tim.
Bam. Nailed it.
Right before we got to the town of Tajan, there was this unbelievable bridge. It was over the Kapuas River. And also it was like this new kind of highway that we hadn't seen in a really long time. Fun bridge to ride on.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's a hot one. It's good.
We got into the city of Tajan, and it is a really cool little town because not only is it on the Kapuas River, which is wide and beautiful, but it's also on the equator.
Oh, yeah.
So we found a little hotel that had rooms with windows and light switches.
Yeah, a normal amount of hinges, which I felt unsafe now. If there's not a minimum of 4 hinges on a door, I say no. No, thank you.
Chicken breast?
Oh no, wait, that's chicken cut too quickly.
That's tofu.
It's tofu.
Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to be crossing the equator at least once, probably within the first 5 minutes of leaving this hotel, but possibly several more times because we're going pretty much directly west. We're almost on the equator at this moment in time, and we're going to be heading to the city of Pontianak. And it is also going to be the last day that we ride our motorcycle, Dorco, for a very long time. It has to remain here in Indonesia. We'll be taking a bus then from Pontianak to a major city in East Malaysia called Kuching, and that will begin our adventures in East Malaysia, where we will hopefully be able to get a motorcycle there to travel around and explore. So it's kind of a bittersweet ride today. I don't think I'm gonna miss the bottoming out and the suspension. My back will be very happy, but it should be a pretty cool ride today. This was going to be our last ride with Dorco, our motorcycle.
Yay.
Because no,
Yeah.
it's bittersweet. It's bittersweet.
So sweet.
Doesn't mean that we weren't going to be riding Dorco in the future because we had to come back that way.
That's the bitter part.
So you poured some water on yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
Smart.
Be gone in a half hour of riding.
I also wet my shirt. Yeah, it doesn't take long before the wetness dries up, but it feels nice in the moment when you have it.
Indonesian's version of a wet t-shirt contest over here. Who won? Marissa won. And to be clear, a lot of people do watch this, and you know, Bajaj Pulsar 220s are big in India and stuff, and there's a big fanfare behind them, and so
Yeah.
I'm sure back in the day it was an awesome bike, and we've overloaded them. It's right there in our name, you know.
Yeah.
So we're not trashing Bajaj. We probably have lost any potential sponsorships, but we're going to be all right with that. But if you have a Bajaj out there, it's a fun ride. I'm sure you're having a good time on it, you know. So
It's just this particular motorcycle. Nice day on Dorco.
there we go. All right. So once we headed into the outer limits of Pontianak, I call it that. I just call it Pontiac with like another ek. But the traffic started to get a little bit more congested. Playing a little dodge and weave and slicing through traffic. Sometimes there's some big stinky trucks and stuff.
But it also had a really beautiful side to it. It had these wide, clean streets and beautiful architecture that was combining indigenous influences into the design.
Marissa had done her research and found a hotel.
Oh, it was so nice. Look at this place. It's amazing.
It was a fancy dancy one.
It was.
Yeah, it had like guards and like a gate and stuff, and I was like, what?
Wow, we just found a really great hotel. It's not the cheapest hotel we ever stayed at, but it looks beautiful. We have to thank Temple of Moto for this hotel room. We're so thankful. They're a great supporter of ours, and Temple of Moto is an amazing motorcycle tour company that goes to national parks all across the USA, and they have some international tours as well. They are run by the coolest people. You really have to meet Michele. You can hang out with him if you join a tour that he's on. It is so much fun. We went on a tour through Yellowstone. It was awesome. Check out templeofmoto.com. And this super fancy hotel was right next to an equally fancy mall. It's the mall.
Yeah, maybe one step lower. Fanciness.
Welcome to the Amazon. We ordered food, and then you have to like pay at the cashier over there, and then you get drinks from the drink center, and then you have to go back to the cashier, and then apparently they're supposed to bring it to us.
They had an arcade.
Yeah.
They had a video game that gave you fairly basic instructions on how to ride a motorcycle that I suggest everybody play before you go out on your own journey, because it's just a really down and dirty basics.
I learned a lot.
She did. She knows how to pull the breaker.
Pulls the breaker.
Pulls the breaker, yes.
So the next day we had a mission, and that was to bring the motorcycle to a mechanic. Hey, good morning. So as you guys probably know by now, there's been a couple issues with the motorcycle that we've been having. We're gonna bring the bike to a mechanic and see if something can be fixed, because this is going to be our last time where we have enough time on our visa to be able to really leave the bike someplace if they need to work on it for any amount of time. So that's what we're going to do today, and it seems like it's 20 minutes away, so here we go.
We were in a place where at least we can get Dorco healed up, hopefully somewhere within the city limits.
This was a good opportunity.
We headed out to try to find this mechanic in hopes that they could patch weld some of the malfunctions that Dorco had. Not them all, because there's not enough time in the day to do that.
But we really just wanted to have confidence in our motorcycle once again. It's our last ride for a long time on Dorco. Unfortunately, though, our visit to the mechanic actually, things didn't go to plan.
But that will all be in the next episode.
Yes.
So thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed it.
And if you did like this video, please give us a big thumbs up and hit the subscribe button below. Ding ding. And we'll be seeing you next time.
Stay safe, everybody. And if Patreon's your thing, and it might not be for everybody, but if you want to get a hold of some of the videos before they're released on YouTube, ad-free. This is very true. For as little as $1 a month, you can click the link in the description below, and you can help support us, and you can
maybe get a postcard.
Maybe get a postcard if the Malaysian and Indonesian post office successfully get it from this side of the world.
Lots of people have been getting their postcards.
This is true.
So.
The success rate is pretty high.
Yes.
We want to thank everybody who does support us out there. This amazing trip is helped pieced together by viewers like you. So a big thumbs up, and thank you personally to you on the other side of that lens.
Bye.
Bye. So we'd be reuniting with our Bajaj Pulsar 200.
220.
It's lost. Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.